Hello and welcome back to Gamer Viscosity. Diputus here, and I'm gonna be playing a bit of modded Minecraft. I have a private server that I run with the guys, and I thought I would do a bit of just a recording thing of me just running around and building up what I was hoping to do in my last server, but I didn't get a chance because my internet cut out on me. This has been a very long time in the making. I tried to do this on Tuesday, but my computer's hard drive gave out on it. So recently was just able to reinstall everything. It should be running fine now. And so my idea for this series is to build a medieval-esque town that will be able to self-sustain itself, have the NPCs from Ancient Warfare in it, maybe use a couple of technology mods just to gather resources a bit more efficiently. I also plan on doing a bit of forestry, definitely some of the magical mods that I have in this, including equivalent exchange, uh, thumbcraft, witchery, things along those lines. So first, we're gonna find a place to set up. There will be quite a few time lapses in this, just to show that I'm actually doing all this, and it's uh, taking time, resources, and effort. Um, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the series. And so we're going to start just by exploring and trying to find a location to set up my little town. Blacksmith over here. Modded Minecraft is a lot of fun. If you use the AT launcher, you can set up your own server and your own specific mod pack tailored to you. You can choose the mods that you want in it and things along those lines. It's actually a lot of fun. Uh, I usually will run a server every so often for us all to play on, and it's usually a good experience. We have a good time, we make mischief, and usually work together in most cases, but sometimes we split off and do our own thing. It's been a while since I've had this server up. So there's also a couple future plans I have for the channel and some series that I'm going to be doing later on this year. Um, in a couple weeks, the game Far Cry Primal will be coming out. I am a big fan of the Far Cry series of games, and Far Cry Primal is definitely an extension that I'm looking forward to. For those of you who do not know about Far Cry Primal, it is a game of Far Cry that will take place in the Stone Age, which is an interesting concept given the current situations they put the game into, such as Kairat was the location used in the previous game, Far Cry 4, and in Far Cry 3 it took place on a set of islands in the mid-Pacific, but this one is taking place significantly earlier than either of the other two games. They were fairly modern games, so this would be definitely an interesting to see what Ubisoft does with it. Oh, there it is. So, there will be a lot of resource gathering this episode, and I'm sorry about that. I'll try to time-lapse through it if I can. So, yeah, I will get back to you guys on that. Okay, so a bit of resource gathering before the first night. I thought I'd just do that quickly. So the current plan for this place is it's going to be a very self-sustaining location. I'm going to try to keep to myself this time. Normally I work with other people, but I wanted to see what it'd be like to just do a solo build along with a solo recording. It's the first time in a while I've done one of these. But my current plan is I actually have a list of order of buildings that I would like to build. And I plan on building an inn to start off with, just to have a place to stay, place to store food and build stuff. And then kind of work my way up from there, so build like a blacksmith and a magical area that I can work with, things along those lines. It's going to take up a very large chunk of land, which is why I need to do a bit of surveying, see if I can find a place to actually set up. So I know that Sonia and Tristan will be getting on the server at some point. I don't know about Travis as much, but I do know that they might come over and help me every so often, just because sometimes some of the things I actually have planned are a bit large. So I might need some help from them, but that will come later. I do plan on using quite a few mods. It'll be interesting experience because a couple of these mods I actually haven't used that much, like Botania and things like that, to do generation of items and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. I'm gonna just set up a temporary base in this place, I guess, until I can actually find a location to set up the beginnings of the town. So, in honor of the channel, I was thinking about naming the town Viscosity, but that's usually my usual go-to name for things that are on the server. But if you guys can think of a better name than that, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will do what I can, see if I can make it work. I need wool or string. Got a witch's hut here. Wool. Got another blacksmith up here. Oh no, I've already been in this one. Now, another thing I know about in these locations is not here, but there's gold in the top of one of these towers. I'm sure that anyone who plays Resonant Rise knows this, but I will find some golden loot up here. I was told that if I did that. No, that doesn't work. Okay. No, you can eat monsters. Apothecary. So yeah, besides Botania, I will also be playing around with Thaumcraft. I will be probably skipping over my research notes on Thaumcraft because those will take me quite literally hours to do. I've played through the entirety of Thaumcraft once or twice, and each time it's taken me almost an entire day of just playing the game just to get through it all, because the research is kind of a drag. It's quite boring because all it is just connecting the dots. I can always do a demonstration of how to do basic research and then just do the rest of it off camera. That would probably be for the best in this case, because that would make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys, because I know that it's a very drag thing. It feels very draggy when I do it on my own, let alone for recording. So yeah, we are going to try to be putting out a couple more recordings as well on the channel. Sonia is currently editing a couple episodes of the game that we were playing earlier. I'm not sure if they've gone out yet, so I won't mention them quite yet. But Minecraft story mode, which is a Telltale Games version and take on the Minecraft game, which I thought was actually quite a good game. I didn't play it myself, but watching Sony's recordings, it actually looked quite good and very. Telltale does a very good job of storytelling, and They definitely demonstrated it in story mode. So, yeah. Oh. Ah. I hate the villagers. They are. So, that was fun. Uh, villagers effectively killed me there. Thank you for your pork. Alright, I think I've spotted a place to the north of the village that might be a good place to set up. I'm gonna go scope it out and see how it looks. What I need for this build is I need a big flat area, or relatively flat. I can always terraform the area some. But I need just a big flat area that I can just build in and not have to really worry about anything. Now, a good part about this mod pack is, besides the fact that villagers all over the place, get out of here. Out. Is that you get gravestones, which makes it so much easier for you when you die. So let's go on and scope out that area to the... Scope out to the area to the north. Let's see what our little eyes can see. Was it north? Yeah. North is that way. So I'll be time-lapsing resource gathering and things along those lines just because it'll make it easier to watch and view. Later on, when I actually start getting established, I can see if I can get Tristan or Sonia to come in and help, or even hang out on the area. Those penguins. We also have the Twilight Forest mod installed. So there are these little weird biomes that spawn in the overworld that are actually Twilight Forest biomes, and they're really strange because I don't know why they appear. Where? You don't really drop anything good, so I will leave you be, porker.